What's up, guys? Guitar with Av here, and today we're going to talk about guitar picks and just kind of a general quick overview, hopefully quick, of what they're used for. So guitar picks obviously are used to strum or pick your guitar. So there's different sizes, commonly called the gauge of the guitar pick. So this one's 50 millimeters. This one just says M, so I believe that's for medium. So the main difference is the thickness. So on this one you can kind of bend it quite a bit. It's really flimsy. This one's a little bit tougher. So what I found playing is that starting off, the flimsy one is a little bit easier for strumming because as it bends, it kind of glides over the strings better and it doesn't really get hung up on the strings. Anything tougher can kind of get, it doesn't really affect it too much, but it's a little bit harder to strum sometimes. So if you're just starting out, a thin kind of bendy pick might be your best option. If you're picking individual strings, it doesn't really affect it as much as if you're strumming. But regardless, if you're going to be using a pick, just kind of test different ones out and see which one you like. That was my cat, if you heard that. So how to hold a pick, kind of whatever's comfortable, but I think for me, I think I use my index finger and thumb generally just to kind of hold it straight on the top part. And then as you go to strum your guitar, it naturally kind of curves in so the pick kind of faces you straight on. You're not holding it like the tip like this and turning your whole hand. You're kind of turning the pick in between your thumb and index. You can put your middle finger on there for a little bit of support, but I don't think I do that. And I generally rest my pinky on the guitar when I'm playing anyway. Not as much as when I'm picking, more so when I'm strumming, but I do that. So I spent a lot of time finger picking. Not sure how in tune my guitar is right now, but I didn't really practice with a pick much when I was just getting into guitar, so I do need more practice with a pick. But you can play a lot of everything you can play with your pick, you can pretty much play with your fingers. Some things are easier finger style, just with your fingers. Some things are easier with a pick. Kind of depends what you're going for. So kind of try both and see what you like, but there's no right or wrong way when you're experimenting with a pick. If you're strumming with the pick, you'll get a louder sound. If you're using just like your nail, it's a little bit of a different sound, so you're gonna have to play around and see if you like the sound better. If you like the sound better with a pick or if you like it with your fingernail. I'll try to make another video on strumming just with your fingers, because it takes a little bit of getting used to, especially if you haven't done it before. So strumming kind of can be a little bit easier with a pick, especially if you're starting out. If you're doing like alternate picking, which is where you're picking the same string or multiple strings, up down, in an up down pattern rather than just downstrokes or upstrokes, so you're switching off. Something I haven't even practiced that much, so I'm trying to work on the things that I've kind of pushed to the back and not focused on. If you're picking like that, obviously it's going to be easier to use a pick than your finger for that. So there are some songs where alternate picking's the best choice for that song. So you're going to want to work on a pick. So that's kind of just a quick overview. The pick is good for strumming. Sometimes if depending on your environment, the pick can get a little sweaty and then a little bit slippery and can be hard to grip it for the entire song. but you'll experiment and you'll see what you like as far as strumming goes. I'll make other videos on finger picking, so we'll go over that because that was kind of something I spent a lot of time on in the beginning. I can't tell if my guitar is a little bit out of tune. So my guitar has a built-in tuner since it's an acoustic electric. Obviously there are other ways to tune a guitar. I'll make videos on that, but having an acoustic tuner, the tuner in the acoustic, is pretty handy. They also make ones you can clip on, and I have those too. But we're not talking about tuners today, we're talking about picks. So find one that's like the right thickness. Sometimes the slim one's easier if you're just starting out. So just experiment with different sizes of picks and see which one you feel most comfortable with. Work on picking even if you're going to do fingerstyle, because you are going to end up using a pick sometimes. And there's times where it's easier to use a pick rather than your fingers. So yeah, hold it kind of with either 2 fingers or 3 fingers. And you might naturally hold it with 2, unless, I guess if you've never held the pick before, you won't naturally hold it really in any particular way, but you'll see what feels most comfortable when you're playing. So I hope this helped with picks, a little bit of information on them. That's kind of the gist of it. That's for strumming or picking. There's many different kinds of picks, and you'll just have to experiment, as I've said a couple times already, and see what suits you best. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Take care.